everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah Catherine, this is Leah Sees Movies, and we are back with the next episode of Young Justice. So we are continuing our Artemis and Jade arc. Last episode we got to explore a bit more of Jade and Artemis's history, what it was like being raised by Sportsmaster, what it was like after Jade abandoned and then eventually came back to Artemis, but still managed to let her down one last time and left Artemis presumably to be beaten up by her father because Jade took all their food and didn't bring the money back she swore she would bring, which is upsetting. We were introduced to some kind of beef between Cheshire and Talia al Ghul, which I just think is really interesting. We saw a little baby Damien. We got to hear a bit more about Onyx's backstory. We found out her grandfather used to be a superhero and she was recruited at the tender young age of 11, which I just have so many questions about that. Because it makes sense that they recruit children, but well-adjusted children with a family of heroes, Jesus. Well-adjusted children with a family of heroes and presumably a nice upbringing seems like an odd choice for assassin recruitment, so I'm very interested to learn more about her. And then Cassandra Savage seems to be telling the truth based off of Black Spider and Richter, which, oh my god, still so cool, coming to claim her alive. And in this episode, the thumbnail has Joker in it, which definitely I did not expect. Seems like we're going to be detouring a little bit from the A plot, but it's Joker, so I'm still kind of interested. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this arc if it isn't immensely obvious. So I'm going to stop talking. Let's get started. Mars. Oh, we're back. Which, McGann, it's not your time. Oh God.
How? Why?
You think you made your sister angry?
They are lucky to have survived.
Not the Garoons! Connor!
This rage is for him? For a mere earther?
I mean, sure, but she was gonna marry him.
You used kryptonite to kill him!
I don't even know what kryptonite is.
Liar!
He's not. Oh.
My thoughts, McGann.
Read them gently, though. There you go. See, she always very conveniently doesn't destroy people's minds. Because, she was furious. And she didn't kill this man? Okay, sure.
I was telling the truth, but now...
Well, now you know that there's a third party who do I blame? Gotta find whoever put that kryptonite in there. Also, no offense, McGann, but your arc is not... We're done with you for now. Every time I see Miss Martian's big fat smile in the intro, I'm just like, come on, guys. Because it's not even the rest of them are kind of stoic. McGann specifically has the fattest smile on her face. They knew what they were going to do to her. And they were like, let's just have her grinning ear to ear.
As soon as we reach Santa Prisca, you must trade me for Orphan.
That's not how we do things. You are coming to help me rescue Orphan.
I know, but
You want to be free of the shadows? First, stop thinking like one.
It's that reckless optimism that makes them heroes.
she'd turn you down, and you attack my integrity, knowing it will sabotage my chances with Tigress.
Cut it out, both of you.
They would benefit each other just to stop trying to nitpick and throw little jabs at each other.
The lead computer in Green Arrow's vault was breached. You're riding with at least one traitor, but Orphan's one of us. And after Jason, well, say the word and you'll have the entire Bat family en route to Santa Prisca. We have to get Orphan back.
So Jason is already dead at this point in the universe, or they believe him to be dead.
I molded you into the perfect assassin.
She's your kid.
Beyond even my grasp. And I sent you on a simple mission. Child's play for you.
She is a child. And then she was like, wow, it sucks. My mom sucks.
Cower in the embrace of the enemy.
Maybe you should have tried embracing her at all. That's helpful for children.
You are ready. Your first target was once considered a useful asset to the light. He sent Vandal Savage this recording.
Joker was her first target? Oh, that's amazing.
On kryptonite on Earth and in the Milky Way galaxy. None is missing, but it does mean we're out of leads.
We can come back to you later, though.
The barbarian king had won his crown in battle. He would hold it through subtler means.
I don't know if I love this narration, though, to be completely honest.
Two identical doors.
Okay.
Behind one, a ravenous tiger, and the other, a lovely lady who would immediately marry him. Chance and his choosing would be his judge and jury.
Oh. I will say, cutting yourself seems like a rookie error there. Because even not shark related, you're leaving DNA, you're leaving a blood trail.
So the young man found himself facing the two doors. But would the princess save her man? For she was as jealous of the man as she was in love with him. But which option did the princess choose for her man? The lady or the tiger?
Okay, maybe I don't hate this narration.
Take point. Roger that.
Both of us? Why not?
Now you're getting the idea.
Teamwork, teamwork.
For
Everybody,
each door
everywhere.
holds both results. Right up until the moment it's opened.
I like that they gave us this really, like, fantasy version of Schrodinger's cat, basically.
Which means the League's data is here as well.
Schrodinger's tiger.
I see that look in your eyes. Yes, the Light has long coveted the Justice League's intelligence. But make no mistake, I was there for you. I wanted to give my Cassandra a second chance to fulfill her destiny.
Is Lady Shiva a bad guy? Yes. Is she still really cool? Also yes.
Just a simple, fun-loving fiend, apparently undeserving of your full
Don't
respect.
enjoy this voice acting for Joker, though.
It was nothing but a ruse, a puppet show, something to keep the high and mighty light in the shadows.
I don't remember if I said that the first time we were introduced to the Joker on this show, but yeah, there's
Riddler knew? Riddler?
like Riddler I actually really liked.
But not to worry. I've got a new routine sure to entertain the good guys and the bad. And since apparently you're all such big Riddler fans, here's a page out of his feeble book.
Joker specifically having beef with Riddler is very funny.
Timely, uncomfortable, and unfortunate. Un. Get it? Huh? U-N?
If you give away the punchline.
Bang, 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 bang! But take note, Mr. Secretary. You and your
There's a lot to be said about the lack of security at the UN in this world, because every time, in every universe, the UN is a victim.
Lexi, this is about respect. And
Batgirl
who
just-
needs respect more than a poor clown. Bringing little sunshine.
Be upset if there was a Batgirl and a Batwoman. Why am I Batgirl? I'm grown. We'd have to pick different names. Or flip a coin or something. Like, who assigned this?
The bat's right behind me, isn't he? I object!
Turning on infrared.
No arguments, no noise.
Please don't drag this out. You have to get her back. She's like a sister to me.
Aww.
I know you know how that feels.
Mad as a hatter not to. I hope. What was that?
She's like, for some reason I'm trusting my sister and hoping she doesn't screw me again this time. Perhaps that is a foolish choice, but I'm making it anyway.
Not a shadow in sight. Couldn't be.
I mean, they shouldn't be in sight. That's their whole thing.
You should stay here with your family.
You already had your arc. We weren't cutting to Artemis when we were watching your wedding ceremony plans. Do you ever feel like the writers have favorites?
3, 2, 1, and...
What? How?
Please, you two aren't the only ones with secrets.
It's done. Main and backup generators are down. They'll have emergency power only. No sensors, no alarms.
Come on. We're going in.
I feel like fighting in the dark is, again, kind of the basics of shadowing. I feel like it's like Arya being, having to go blind to learn how to fight. They're not like, oh no, the lights are off. They're just walking around.
I'd lay odds they're holding Orphan in cell block A. It's not much farther.
Then this is as far as you go.
We don't have time for this right now. Like, and I do mean that even if it's like, oh, she's a spy. I'm like, we still don't have time for this right now.
I want to go with you. Learn about you and your adopted world. Give us a chance to become real sisters.
Look at her face. She's not, it's just.
Can?
If you want.
She does need the familial support, so good, you should go with her. But also, I don't know if she's up for playing tour guide right now.
We can't let her go any farther. It's all right, Onyx. I've gone as far as I need to.
What?
I'll be... Oh, thank God. I found you.
Did she adopt this kid? Orphan's the... She's the one that paralyzed her in this? Saving Joker? Bro. Not the three-peat.
I wasn't trying to save Joker. I was trying to save you.
Do they know this kid, or was she just like, I don't want to watch this like 11-year-old murder someone? Because that's a deep level of familiarity for someone you like just met. Even if you're like ideologically opposed to child soldiers, which I say even if you should be. I mean, if you train her well enough, that's all she needs.
I missed using that arm.
Okay, but this makes me happy because I wanted to keep Onyx anyway, so.
Data theft averted.
Can I just say I told you so?
Noted. Though this doesn't mean you're not a mole too.
Oh, come on.
Onyx is great.
It's 2 against 1.
Now it's not. Like, you do realize they have a dude who travels through darkness and you made everything really dark.
Odds are evening.
There she is.
I knew you'd come.
Really? No doubts at all.
None I'll admit to.
Spoken like a true croc of
We're here.
I love Jade. Where's her spin-off?
Hang on, Orphan. We'll get you out.
Hold that thought. The boss may have other ideas.
Can we
Just 2.
make it really bright?
Surrender or die.
Why do I feel like I die either way? Like, I don't know if I trust you guys to go with the, like, surrender and live a long, happy life.
For each door holds both results. Right up until the moment it's opened. The question of her decision is one not to be lightly considered. And it is not for me to presume to set myself up as the one person able to answer it. And so I leave it with all of you. Which came out of the open door? The lady or the tiger?
Well, we had a gnarly reveal this episode regarding Barbara Gordon and her accident that left her paralyzed. And it was freaking Orphan. That's not her name. Her name's Cassandra Cain. They call her Orphan, which is just sad. It's like they did Batgirl, Batwoman, and they were like, we're out of girl names. I don't know. Orphan, maybe? That seems fine. Awful. I still want to know if, like, I mean, it stands to reason that they'd have research that they would know of Cassandra Cain's existence. They would know Lady Shiva has a daughter. But Barbara's like attachment to her, and they're like, I didn't save him, like I wanted to save you, I didn't want you to kill someone. It's like, you have to have known this girl, like there has something connects them to each other, right? Like it can't just be ideologically I feel really strongly about this child's not killing on someone. Like that, she sacrificed a lot if it was just a matter of I'd feel bad if you did this, complete stranger. But yeah, that they got me on that one. I was genuinely shocked. They did not get me on Cheshire's Han Solo return, because they laid the groundwork for that several times with their not so subtle codes to each other, and then they double. It's like even if you had maybe forgotten that she'd said that when she left, they doubled down on it by having Artemis being like, oh, mad as a hatter, what, huh? I hope so, never mind. So I'm always kind of wish they hadn't thrown that line in, because then, not that I did forget, but if you had, they give you a bit more of an opportunity to go, oh, Cheshire's back. Or instead I was like, yeah, I knew she was coming back. Although I do like their little banter of like, oh really, no doubts? So yeah, none I'll admit to. So it's like, again, just great sibling dynamic. An amazing, like they're so in tune with each other, Artemis and Jade, despite all of their kind of complicated, intense backstory. You can still see that love for each other. You can still see that kind of mutual understanding compared to McGann and her sister. And it's just, they seem like third cousins who met at 2 family reunions and are just like, well, we're the same age now and our parents want us to hang out. Like there's just so little connection between those two compared to the ones who are literally enemies at one point. That's bad. We found out that Cassandra's not innocent. She fooled me. Or, I mean, I wasn't too invested either way. I'm genuinely just like, cool. At least, you know, Onyx passed round 1. If we get to keep her, that'll make me happy because I really like her. I think she's funny. And I said this in my little comment section for the last episode, but I was like, I think we got more, like, personality and backstory on Onyx in, like, 1 episode than we have on Rocket in, like, 3 seasons. Which is really upsetting considering Rocket is, like, a main character. She's theoretically part of the Justice League and I know very little about her, versus Onyx. I'm like, she's fun and funny and interesting and I want to learn more about her. And it's not that I don't want to learn more about Rocket, it's just they never gave me the time to. She never did anything where you're like, ooh, let's dig into this. Besides the fact that she knew that other guy, and I don't even remember that other guy's name, so rip. Cassandra Savage. Kind of disappointed she has her arm. Is that a weird thing to be upset about? Because I think even as like, okay, fine, she didn't betray her dad, she's still Team Vandal Savage, whatever. I kind of think it'd be cool if she only had 1 arm. What did Onyx? Yeah, if Onyx said she lost her arm on a failed mission to recruit the Crocodile Man, Killer Croc. That's actually hilarious. Like, I would have loved it if she totally same. She was just trying to betray them, blah, blah, blah. She was a mole, but also she did lose her arm in a kind of goofy way. And it doesn't make her any less big, strong, and muscular. She just also lost an arm. And she just continues to fight. Like, it makes her look like hardened. Like, the same reason Vandal Savage has that giant, like, bear claw across his face. You're like, ah, he has scars. He's been through some stuff. Now she looks good. She looks ready for a photo shoot. I don't like that. I want to see some girl who's been through some stuff. Like losing an arm to Killer Croc. So I had my whole theory about whether or not every arc is going to be like a member of the Light targeting a different member of the team or the League to kill them, get rid of them, plug them for information or something. And so now we have that Lady Shiva's main goal was to get her daughter back, which makes sense. And also, of course, for Cassandra Savage to get in there, infiltrate, steal some information, blah, blah, blah. That, I mean, still works. It means they still targeted Artemis for a reason. They still probably thought she would have, like, the most empathetic reaction based off their shared villainous father history. So I'm not entirely wrong. Whether or not it's part of some, like, multi-step plan that we're going to see in each arc, I don't know if that's still right. I do think Lady Shiva was probably not lying, that getting her daughter back was, at least for her biggest personal goal, because not just, I mean, like I said, the return on investment, like she sunk in a lot of time and money and laboring to create Cassandra Cain, create Orphan, so she did not want that to go to waste. However, that being said, the McGann and the League now know for sure that Macomb did not place that kryptonite, which means that they have to, you know, eventually figure out that there was some other third party there, which they know that there was someone who was spying on them. They know there was someone who was responsible for the cave-in. They might incorrectly blame them for the kryptonite, but either way, that should at least get them pointed in some direction of there's someone following us, there's someone around us who they will incorrectly immediately believe that killed Connor, but that will at least connect them to the actual people who killed Connor, which was maybe not Hive. But also, I don't know that much about Hive to know what they would have to gain by killing Connor, aside maybe of like using it as a entrance fee into the light, because we've seen they like to hold auditions to prove your qualifications to be a member of the light, to be one of the people who shape the evolution of humanity. You can't just be your everyday Icicle Junior. So maybe that's what it's going to be. This is all just resume fluffing via terrorizing the teen. I don't like Artemis's arc keeps getting interrupted with other people though. Like, what's up with that? Alright, so I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. I really like Artemis and Jade's dynamic so much. I'm repeating myself, but it's still true. I mean, Orphan has proven to be a very interesting character. Cassandra Cain, obviously the Lady Shiva connection, the connection with Barbara, like it's making me want to learn so much more about the Bat family. I've never been like a huge, like obviously I like Batman. Batman's cool, but besides kind of Robin, Nightwing, which I just knew through various TV animated iterations, I've never been that knowledgeable about the extended Bat family. So this has kind of made me the most like, ooh, this was fun. Like, tell me some more. Same thing with Onyx. I'm like, tell me more. And I really, compared to last season where they were introducing characters left and right, and I was just like, and like this season, I'm pretty much like, I'm sold with everyone. I'm like, yeah, tell me more. Let me learn more. Let's keep going. Like, I just want to keep going with all of these characters. And so I'm just having a really good time watching these, and I hope you are having a good time watching me watch these. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment, etc. All those good things. They make me very, very happy. If you don't want to do any of that, but you've watched all the way to the end of this video, thank you. I still really, really appreciate you. You can follow me on the Bird app at Leah Sees Movies, and I'll catch you guys next time.